football team. And today's side for the Saints is at number 1, Darren O'Brien, 2, Kebby, 3, Rapati, 4, Laughlin, 5, Les Quirk, half-backs are Griffiths and Devine, with in the front row Evans, Groves and Jonathan Neal, George Mann and John Harrison in the second row, Shane Cooper at loose forward, Mark Bailey at 14 and David Cosgrove at 15. The whole side, number 1 Fletcher, 2 Haddy, 3 Watson, 4 Paul Fletcher, that's Mike Fletcher at full-back, Bright Sodgy at 5, Robinson and Chatfield, the half-back partnership, with Vannet, Rudd and Ema in the front row, Harrison and Thompson, 11 and 12, Lyman at 13, Paul Speckman at 14 and Wayne Jackson at 15. Today's matchday official, Colin Morris from Huddersfield. Just ready to get underway, Hull KR kicking off, and the ground certainly looks very patchy in the 25-yard areas, but Hull get us underway. Mike Fletcher kicks off. Tia Rapati brings the ball up, dumped there unceremoniously as Groves onto big John Harrison. Only a solid display from the Saints this afternoon. They'll do. Saints on a roll, 3-match winning sequence as Stuart Evans brings the ball up there just outside his own 25. Saints line out, has the Hull KR, but they're penalised for moving up too quickly. Well, it's, beg your pardon, it's Saints that are penalised for moving up too quickly. They've got to be 5 yards behind the play the ball, and the man playing the ball, and Tia Rapati this time is penalised. So referee Morris right on the job early, and a chance now for Mike Fletcher to get points on the board for Hull Kingston. They was beaten last week at Cass by 30 points to 2, and just that solitary Mike Fletcher penalty goal was the points for the afternoon. But quickly there, I thought that referee Morris was lining up, pointing to the Hull Kingston Rovers man, but he moved over to the Saints. And that's why the Saints headed try there from John Harrison that Shane Cooper got was proved offside by Holdsworth last week. Mike Fletcher there converts it. Just over a minute gone, and Hull KR with 2 points on the board. As I say, the Shane Cooper try was disallowed because the man, Cooper, that touched down wasn't 5 yards behind the man playing the ball. And that was the reason anyway. Saints go 2 points behind, 2 points to 0 down from that Mike Fletcher penalty goal conversion. So Saints kick off, and some solid tackling there. George Mann and John Harrison move in, but George Mann quickly round again as Chatfield came in. Well, he doesn't like it, but he's going to have to lump it, isn't he? It's Paul Vannet. But solid tackling from the Saints, and that's the name of the game, and that's what it's going to be all about. But Saints penalised again for moving up in an offside too quickly. Offside after play the ball. 2 penalties in quick succession. Mike Fletcher positions it, places it for the kick to touch. Over here to the main stand side at New Craven Park. Just by our commentary position, finds touch 10 yards outside his own 25. It's Chris Rudd to restart. Paul Vannet, is it? No, I beg your pardon. It's Zook Emma, first receiver, and Rudd moves it to the left. Second row forward, Des Harrison, down with the shoulder, tries to push the tacklers off, but Harrison and Mann stick to the task, but George Mann is took a knock there. Round the groin area. The play's allowed to go on, and Shane Cooper tidies the tackling up. But the game's still going on. Saints temporarily down to 12 with George Mann receiving treatment. He's coming off the field of play, but the game a little scrappy on the far side, and a knock-on being ruled by referee Morris. The George Mann on the touchline, he's going to have to be replaced, I think. An early blow for the Saints, just 3 minutes gone. Saints come up with possession. It's only just over 3 minutes gone, and George Mann will have to be replaced. Saints come up with possession, move it quickly, well taken there, Darren O'Brien in the line, but solid tackling from Kingston Rovers, and Saints moving it to the left again. It's Shane Cooper, good pass to Laughlin, into space, Couldn't release it there to Les Quirk. Good clamp tackle by Steve Haddy. Cooper again, Saints in possession along the line. John Harrison sees the gap, but closed down quickly. Steve Robinson moves in with Andy Thompson. But Hull Kingston Rovers penalised this time. For an offside at the play of the ball. There's a chance now for Paul Loughlin if he elects to go for goal. Trailing by 2 points to 0. Yes, referee Morris points to the sticks. The touch judges take the position up at the back. And Saints substitution allowed to take place with David Cosgrove coming on. Only after 4 minutes play for the injured George Mann. Knew straight away there, and something round the top of the thigh, the groin area. It seems to be the injury to George Mann. And certainly he would have been a thorn in the Hull Kingston Rovers side. Leeds had him well taped up last week, had him wrapped up. He wasn't as effective as he usually is. But he's off the field now, and just hope it's nothing too serious. It's Paul Loughlin, strikes it well. That's a pearl of that from Loughlin, right between the sticks. He puts Saints back on level terms after 5 minutes play. Paul Loughlin, his 43rd goal of the season. No problem for Loughlin. On the correct side from him, a right-footed kicker, and on the left side of the field as he's kicking to the goalposts. Back on level terms now. 2 points apiece. Deep kick there, and Saints gather it onto Tia Rapati. Runs it up. Well, good burst from Rapati. He's playing some good rugby lately, the last 4 or 5 games. He scored a try in each of these last 4 appearances with the Saints as Harrison breaks through. Onto Cooper. Loughlin now. He flicks it back. Quirk has to come back for it. Gives the dummy, but he's tackled. Loose forward there, Paul Lyman, ex-Featherstone Rovers. And it's now with Jonathan Neal. But Harrison did well there, took the tacklers on and was able to release the ball. Saints tried to get it away. Cooper onto Loughlin. A diagonal crossfield kick, a good deep kick from Loughlin. Forces Hull KR, and Mike Fletcher there. First back. He drives up as the Saints defence comes in. And it's up to Saints now to hold Kingston Rovers up at their own end of the field. But a quick break there. Paul Fletcher scampering away. Solid tackling again, but over-exuberance is the indication there. David Cosgrove, I think, maybe the man picked out. He was the last up, but referee Morris there, right in on the job. And a stiff arm tackle is signified. You can't weigh up with some of these referees. Sometimes they'll be down the tunnel for that, but he just warned this time. 10 yards from the Saints 25. Rovers in possession. Chris Rudd to restart. Rovers drive it up. Just penetrate the Saints 25-yard area. And Chris Rudd again at dummy half. Rovers will move it to the right. Zukemba coming in. Veteran campaigner here at Kingston Rovers. Tried a little quick inter-passing movement there with Des Harrison in at the movement, but it's Rudd again. It's on to Dave Watson. He straightens it up. He's brought down 15 yards short. So Kingston Rovers putting the pressure on. Harrison again, straightens up, drives in. Solid tackling from John Harrison and Shane Cooper. But Saints force back, and Hull Kingston Rovers, little chip kick through. Tia Rapati tidies up. He breaks through the first tackle. He did well there, Rapati. Taken well in his in-goal area. Evaded the first tackle and just gets over his own line as David Cosgrove comes away, but they try to force him back. No doubt Rovers will put the pressure on. I just hope referee Morris is as observant as he was when Saints were offside, given an offside decision when not in possession. But Groves tidies it up, pushes it back, but loses a couple of yards in play as Rovers move up very quickly. Saints will have to move it quickly to the right. Well, Hull Kingston Rovers come up with possession, and Saints caught making a mistake 10 yards from their own line. It puts Kingston Rovers back in possession, and they nearly scamper over. Held up about a yard short. Moved quickly, but a good tackle by Kebby on the far side on his counterpart, Bright Sodji. Well, a knock on the Chevrolet. Yes, a knock on indicated. Hull Kingston Rovers in their efforts to play the ball quickly and move it over. Unfortunately, just touched his fingertips, knocked it forward, and Mr. Morris spotted it. Second scrum of the match, first one going Saints' way. Divine feeds and Saints come up in possession. Obviously the Rovers spectators on that far side have something to say about that scrum. But Saints are in possession and Rovers move up exceptionally quickly and they play the ball. But Big John Harrison drives forward, one of the tireless workers in the Saints side. Groves, Cooper along the line, Griffiths back to Laughlin. Tried to release it, I think he just knocked on there, yes, he tried to release it to Les Quirk. Solid tackling from Rovers, came in and tackled him just as he was going to release it, but he got the ball back, but the knock on his rule. Gary Chatfield to feed for Hull KR. Well, Saints penalised, the ball comes out to Hull Kingston Rovers side, but Saints are penalised. Chatfield now takes a quick tap onto Watson. Looking for the gap, tries to Helen. Onto Dave, bounced it, surely. No try. But Saints are coming away, but they'll have to come back. It's going to be a restart from the centre of the 25. But that pass from Watson to Chatfield was forward in the first place. It was allowed to go on, but Chatfield couldn't ground it properly, bounced it. Saints restart from the centre of the 25. Griffiths goes through. Good pass on to Tirapati. Inside ball again for the Saints, and the Saints keep it going. They moved upfield 25 yards there on the first tackle. It's Griffiths again. Harrison along the line. Cooper, no wingman for Cooper. Les Quirk coming over now. He'd gone over to the other side. Cooper was looking for Les Quirk on his left to release it, but unfortunately he wasn't there and Cooper had to turn back inside. Dave Cosgrove pushes one up, pushes two up, tries forward, releases it to Cooper, quick hands, Divine, overlap for the Saints now, Rapati, out to Brimmer, Kevy, only the full back to beat as Kevy comes inside. Dispatched to the earth, 15 yards from the line, and Saints have been awarded a penalty. And somebody's taken exception there to Brimmer Kevy coming through. Fouled him in the tackle, and it's another penalty to the Saints now. They tap it quickly. Rapati along the line, Harrison, quick hand is the order of the day. Laughlin out to Quirk. Quirk will take him on. He goes in low and hard in the corner. He can't touch it down. He's over the line, but he's held up on his back. But super play from Saints. They elected to take a quick tap from that penalty on the far side when Bremer Kevy was fouled. They moved it quickly, went to Les Quirk. Unfortunately, he couldn't squeeze it at the corner. He was held up, so it's going to be a scrum down. 5-yard scrum from the Hull Kingston Rovers line. Chatfield to feed. Well, the ball kicked through there. Chatfield hands it back onto his wingman, Steve Haddy. But Saints putting the pressure up. 12 minutes of the game gone. The score is still all tied at 2 points each. Just 2 penalty goals, one from each side. Rudder dummy half. Looking to get things underway onto Harrison. Saints raped the ball from his hand, and it's Rapati now. Cooper, lofted ball to Laughlin. Laughlin gives a dummy, gives Quirk a bit of space. Can he? Yes, he's in this time. No problem. Quirk's in. Good try from Les Quirk there. Good play from the Saints on the far side, and it was moved over quickly again. Shane Cooper with a longer lofted cut-out pass onto Paul Laughlin. Laughlin held it to perfection this time, then he gave it Les Quirk, gave him a bit more room to work. It looked as though he was going to be tackled, but his strength took him over, and he was able to ground the ball this time in the corner and put Saints in the lead by 6 points to 2. A difficult conversion attempt for Paul Laughlin, but well within his capabilities. As you can see, they're only about a yard in from the touchline. It's heavily sanded down there on this Rovers pitch, but it's quite open. You probably get a lot of frost attacking the pitch around here, and it's heavily sanded there, as you can see. But Paul Laughlin hoping to convert this try. Let's Quirk, Saints leading try scorer. That's his 13th try of the season. Here's Laughlin's conversion attempt. Well, that looks good, doesn't it? Oh, just fading to the left of the post. Unlucky there. But as I said, 13 minutes gone, and Saints in the lead now by 6 points to 2. So it's Kingston Rovers to kick off. Just going behind there from some sustained pressure by the Saints. And Rovers penalised there. Well, as I said before, I'm only glad that he's keeping his eye on the ball, and Hull Kingston Rovers penalised that time for moving up in an offside position as they were kicking off. So it's a chance for Loughlin if he wants to take the goal, but he's electing for yardage. And Paul Loughlin kicks over to the far side. Finds touch, 10 yards short of the Rovers 25. Paul Groves to restart. Plan move in the wall there, Cooper on to Jonathan Neal. Turning in the tackle, looking to release, but solid tackle there from Zukemmer. One of the tacklers in there. There's Zukemmer now in at the tackle. Veteran campaigner here at Kingston Rovers. But Saints still in possession. And a penalty there against the Saints, and somebody spoke out of turn, so two penalty awards in quick succession to Kingston Rovers. Shane Cooper just asking referee Morris for his interpretation of that penalty, but I get no joy out of him. Saints a superb win last week against Leeds. 5 goals from Paul Loughlin, tries from McQuirk, Devine and Rapati. But Rovers going down at Castleford, as I said before. That doesn't mean anything. Certainly no real consistency in this first division. But it's Rovers in possession. 10 yards short of the Saints 25. Rudd at dummy half, he brings it to the right. Paul Lyman quickly dispatched to earth by Jonathan Neal. And it's Rudd again, the usual hooker's position. Was a standoff there. Steve Robinson juggling with the ball, finally brought to ground. And Rovers tried to move it to crossfield, but they're taken back. They lose 10 yards in possession. Well, ridiculous there. Old Kingston Rovers very clearly lost the ball, but referee Morris, he's adjudged to have said the play had been stopped, the tackle had been completed, and he's awarded a penalty against the Saints. So that's not bad going, is it? We've just had 16.5 minutes play, and we're talking about 7 penalties to Old Kingston Rovers against 3 to the Saints. So it's a chance now for Mike Fletcher to bring a couple of points back to Kingston Rovers. Strikes it well. Looks good, yes, right between the uprights. So the score now, Hull Kingston Rovers 4, Saints 6. So after 16 minutes of the game, and Hull Kingston Rovers double the score that they got last week, and they'll be looking for revenge for that 42 points to 10 defeat at Nosey Road earlier in the season in September. It's Hull Kingston Rovers' biggest defeat of the season so far. As Loughlin kicks off, I think it's Watson that comes up with possession. Drives it up the touchline, just beats Les Quirk, but Quirk he turns it inside to Bannett, and Rovers are on the charge. O'Brien comes in for the tackle, tackles him well, and Sean Devine in there as well, but Rovers come up with another penalty. Good break there from Watson. He evaded the tackle of Les Quirk, then it was passed on to Bannett. He powered his way up, a good 50-60 yard break there from Kingston Rovers, and they've come up with a penalty. Fletcher finds touch. Oh, good kick from Fletcher, about 12 yards from the Saints line. And Rovers with another 6 tackles now to get points as Rudd gets it underway onto Zukemmer. Saints tackling will have to hold firm. Have to get 2 and 3 men in the tackle. Rudd again, back to Chatfield. Oh, interception! Interception, it's Devine on his way inside to Griffiths. But Kingston Rovers got back there, but superb interception from Devine. But Rovers offside there on the far side, play allowed to go on, Tira Patty. Flicks it inside. Good handling from the Saints, but equally good tackling from Kingston Rovers. Certainly relieved a lot of pressure, that interception by Sean Devine. Just as Hull Kingston Rovers were pressing, there was only 12 yards from the Saints line, and that certainly was a try-saving interception. There's no danger. Jonathan Griffiths on the charge. Good ball to Loughlin. He comes inside. Griffiths is inside. Oh, superb play from the Saints. Griffiths in for the try. Superb play from the Saints there on their own line. Hull Kingston Rovers pressing. Another 6 tackles for Kingston Rovers to get over. Divine intercepted it. He brought it up. The superb defence from Hull Kingston Rovers. They came back, but quick hands from the Saints. The Griffiths involved in that movement twice, and they came over lovely to the left here onto Laughlin. He had Quirk on his left. Griffiths was inside, and he just fed it inside to Griffiths, and he went over unopposed, touching down about 6 or 7 yards to the left of the sticks. Extends the Saints' lead to 10 points to 4. And this Paul Laughlin conversion to come should just be a formality. Ten-yard short, strikes it well right between the uprights. Paul Laughlin's second goal of the afternoon. 12 points to 4 the score. 2 tries from Quirk and Griffiths, and a penalty goal and a conversion to that Griffiths try there. So Saints hitting back in good style, and that certainly must be a killer to the opposition, mustn't it? Fletcher again, kicks it deep. Griffiths, the try scorer, gathers it, moves over to that right wing. Solid tackling again. Saints will have to make sure they're onside at the play the ball as it comes to Jonathan Neal. Certainly referee Morris has been eagle-eyed this afternoon. Groves at dummy half. Onto John Harrison, running onto the ball, and this is what it's all about, running onto the ball. Certainly the forwards take a lot of pulling down when they're running hard. Stuart Evans released it to Groves, he just couldn't take it, but he hacked it on. It's again, he's in the standoff position this afternoon. He's looking to capture the scrum half position, make it his own. But I suppose this is the game of where you've got to play anywhere. You only need to look at Phil Beavers, unfortunately out injured for that play anywhere. He's been all over in most positions. Beavers is out with a heavily bruised shin. I think he'd made himself available for this afternoon's match, but it wasn't going to be risked. Vanett again going through there, looking to release it, but he didn't. Zuckerman at dummy half. It's on to Harrison, Des Harrison. 10 yards short of the Saints line, and Rovers trailing by 12 points to 4. Chatfield looking to scamper through. John Harrison completes the tackle after Cosgrove had initially stopped him, but it's Zuckerman again, running hard and straight, unloads it there to the stand-up Steve Robinson, and he goes over for Kingston Rovers' first try. But a good play from the Rovers backing up. Zuckerman powering his way in there, and as he was being tackled, he released it to Steve Robinson, who only had to fall over the line, and it puts the Rovers back in at 12 points to 8 with this conversion to come. So good work from Rovers, they press it up, and that was it. Zuckerman, big powerful front row forward, running hard. I think it was Shane Cooper, he run hard at him. Cooper brought him down, but he was able to unload. And Fletcher converts it, and Rovers back within 2 points of the Saints now. So certainly a game on our hands. Well, the Rovers spectators have come alive now. 23 minutes gone. Hull Kingston Rovers 10, St Helens 12. Paul Laughlin kicks it low and central. It's the upright. And Saints close up quickly. Cooper in there after the ball, can't release it. There's Rovers running hard, Des Harrison powering his way, trying to get out of his own 25-yard area as Rhodes moves it crossfield to Lyman. I think it was Lyman who came near to Hull Kingston Rovers in a deal which I just can't think of his name now, that involved when we played Featherstone, the veteran campaigner there. But it's Watson jinking his way through. Well, still finally tackled. Tirapati underneath, and Watson has to get up and play it. Rovers bring it over to Fletcher, who kicks it crossfield. Darren O'Brien moving over quickly. It's his first full team debut in the actual starting 13. He made his debut at home against Castleford in October. He's lost the ball there, unfortunately. A scrum down to be formed. He came on a substitute back, number 14. He actually played. He came on for Brimmer Kebby in the 74th minute, but he's there in the starting lineup with the injury to Gary Connolly. He's got a hamstring problem, and also Phil Beavers, who would have been at full-back, who's got this heavily bruised shin. But it's Rovers in possession, and Saints caught offside yet again. That's the 10th penalty against the Saints. 25 minutes of the first half gone, and if he's not careful, Mr. Morris there, I'm going to run out of paper for the penalty count. No doubt he won't be bothered, but he certainly proved to be very keen, stopping this game on numerous occasions. But it's Rovers to start. Rudd on to Harrison, drives at John Harrison, but he brings him down. There's Kingston Rovers again, straightening it up, putting the plan moves together. Coached by Roger Millward, the longest serving coach in the Rugby League until the end of this season anyway. It's where he's parting company. But it's Rovers pressing again, looking to go in the lead. Inside ball to Hooker Rudd, but solid tackling from the Saints. Well, they have to line up behind their own line, only 5 yards short. It's Harrison, is he going to touch down? No, held up on his back. Des Harrison it is that came in on a short ball. Well, that's one each. Quirk held up on his back in this far corner. Harrison there. It's going to be a scrum 5 yards from the Saints line. Tremendous tackling from the Saints there. As Rovers forming a charge. And it was Des Harrison, this big second row forward, came through. Sean Devine looking to feed, but Hull Kingston Rovers are penalised, not packing correctly. And relief for the Saints there, as Paul Loughlin with a chance to kick further yardage upfield. No doubt Saints now through Paul Groves will get us underway. As Stuart Evans drives in. Takes 3 men to bring him down. As Groves again at dummy half. Saints will move it over to the left. It's Jonathan Neal, 2 forward drives there. And Saints gaining about 10-15 yards in forward yardage. Forward movement. It's on to John Harrison. Flicks it back there, well taken, well, I say well taken, it was well taken by David Cosgrove, but unfortunately he lost it in his efforts to release it quickly. A knock on his rule. The first knock on by Cosgrove will be the initial one, and it'll be a scrum down with a feed to Kingston Rovers and Gary Chatfield to feed. The Rovers have to move over, Saints already packed. Chatfield feeds. It's moved over again, and Chatfield keeps going. Cooper and Griffiths bring him down to earth, midway between the Saints 25 and the halfway line, but it's Lyman breaking through, got out to the initial tackle, kept his feet and drove into the Saints 25. Watson inside to Emma. Zook Emma, but he's forced back. Solid tackling, Jonathan Neal, Paul Groves. Rovers crowd gets behind them. Watson again, prodding and probing. It's New Zealand centre. But it's Kingston Rovers again. Rudd looking for the runners. Give the dummy there, and Thompson was coming onto it, but he didn't release it to him. 6th and final tackle of this sequence. Ball handed out. Well, has it touched Rapati? Will it be 6 more tackles? It is. Must have just touched Rapati's fingertips. Very unlucky there, the Saints. And it's Sodji, right, Sodji, winding his way through. They can't get this fella down. But it's Kingston Rovers on the charge again. Chris Rudd turns it back. Well, looks to turn back in field. Rudd again, Chatfield onto Watson. Good break from Emma. Emma's in, right behind the sticks. A try from Zukemmer there puts Hull Kingston Rovers back in the lead. They opened the scoring in the second minute with a Fletcher penalty goal, and then Saints levelled up, and it's been all Saints since. But Hull Kingston Rovers hitting back there, and that movement there coming from a good run over on the left wing by Bright Sodji. The left wing man, he came across field, he went through about 3 or 4 Saints tacklers, was brought down in the 25. Then from the resulting play, Emma took up the running and touched down behind the sticks. Half an hour gone now, and Hull Kingston Rovers in the lead by 16 points to 12. So Saints going behind there. As I said, a superb try from Hull Kingston Rovers. That's 2 good tries they've had in the Saints 25. As Paul Loughlin kicks long and straight, right by the sticks again. Is it Watson that comes up with it this time? And Saints will have to get into him after tackling numbers. Paul Groves coming in there. It's Jonathan Griffiths that made the initial tackle, and Groves and Les Quirk. But it's Zukemmer again. Hard working prop forward. Just scored the last Hull Kingston Rovers try. Groves and Evans move in the Hull Kingston Rovers 25. About 9 minutes of this half remaining. Rovers in the lead, 16 points to 12. Certainly an entertaining game. And Chris Rudd looking for a quick play of the ball. Scampers away from the acting half-back position. 6th and final tackle now. Let's see if Rovers are lucky again. But a penalty for the Saints. Incorrect to play the ball there by Hull Kingston Rovers. On his knee when the ball was played, and you've got to be stood up and play it with your foot. Good chance for Paul Loughlin to bring back 2 points. But up on the far side there before that try from Zukemmer. It was on the 6th tackle again, and unfortunately it touched Tirapati's fingertips. Then it went to Sodji, and he came well over. He ran through quite a numerous amount of Saints players. And then, as I said, Zukemmer taking up the final pass and powering his way over behind the sticks. Paul Loughlin looking for his 3rd of the afternoon. About 32 yards out, right centre field. Strikes it well. Yes, the touch judges raised the flags, and that brings Saints back within 2 points. 32 minutes of the half gone, and Paul Loughlin with his 3rd of the afternoon. 16-14 the score. Mike Fletcher from the centre spots to get us underway again. George Moll having to go off in the 4th minute, injured. And they're certainly missing George Mann's hard running this afternoon. And obviously with an injury so early on in the game, it'll upset Mike McClellan's first team plans. But you've just got to get on with it, haven't you? Got to move in, and the replacement player's just got to come in and do his whack. John Harrison. Just short of the 25-yard line. Groves, inside ball to Jonathan Neal. Crunching tackle there, but he shakes it off and drives forward another further 5 yards. Sean Devine, taking it blindside. Cooper, Griffiths, into space, looking for the inside pass, but nobody on his inside. Griffiths finally allowed to play the ball. It's on to Devine as Kingston Rovers move up, but Devine down the blind side again. Nearly up to the halfway line. He does well to keep in field. Attempted to be dragged over on the far side, but Rovers moving up quickly on referee Morris's right, but he didn't see it. Harrison, Loughlin chips it through for Les Quirk. It's waved all on. A favourable bounce, go miss. But it's Steve Haddy, is it? No, it's Mike Fletcher that comes up with it. Well positioned there, the fullback. Chatfield. Inside ball, Vanett, I think it is, that's taking up the running. Tis Vanett. Rudd at dummy half. On to Zukemmer, but he's lost possession. Grove snaps it up. Saints move it over. They'll have to move it quickly. An overlap on the right there. Griffiths. Well, he has to tidy it up himself, but he's lost it again. Unfortunately there, Jonathan Griffiths. He'd given the pass on the far side. It was overrun. and then he tidied it up himself, but unfortunately couldn't hold the ball. He knocked on, with Saints with a chance of scoring with an overlap on the far side, on the right-hand side. But it's Chatfield to feed. Rovers coming up with scrum possession, taking the scrums by 4-2, and also the penalties by 10-5. But solid tackling there. The Kingston Rovers player finally ducked to ground. Paul Fletcher it was. But good ball there to Steve Haddy in the tackle, released the ball, but a good clamp tackle. That's out to Clapham there. Saints captain, New Zealand Test player Shane Cooper clamped Steve Haddy there, man and ball. It's on to Des Harrison. Chris Rudd at dummy half, and Rovers moving it left. Watson inside ball, but solid tackling there from the Saints. But Rovers moving upfield. It's now going to be over to the left wing. It's chip kick to centre field. Darren O'Brien gathers it safely. Watson it is, comes in to complete the tackle, but he sidesteps him, does Darren O'Brien. Cooper onto Les Quirk, must be on a roving commission. Les Quirk has to come back inside. The left wing man, but he's over there on the right hand flank. Bremer Kevy at dummy half. Jonathan Neal turning in the tackle. Thought he was going to release it back to Shane Cooper that time, but he didn't. Just about 4 minutes of normal time remaining. Tightly contested game, 16 points to 14 in Kingston Rovers' favour. Stuart Evans, centre field. Sixth and final tackle now. As Groves brings it away. It's on to Laughlin. Give him a bit of space. He kicks it over there. It's rolling centre field, and Fletcher and Sodji. Sodji gathers it, and he'll have to get into this man and clamp him first stop. But he beats one tackle. He's coming cross field, past two. He loses his footing, and Les Quirk just holds him down to complete the tackle. This other wingman, Steve Haddy, coming away. Well, the touch judge on, and Cooper quickly into the tackle onto Haddy. Cooper and Les Quirk complete the tackle. The game is stopped. Obviously the officials saw something in the tackle as it was coming over. It didn't look anything out of the ordinary, but it's Cooper that's been spoken to by referee Morris. But the penalty is going to go Hull Kingston Rovers' way. Their 11th penalty of the afternoon. Play restarted. 3 minutes remaining, and Fletcher positions it for the kick to touch. He's only 10 yards infield. Don't imagine he'll get much distance with it, but we'll have to see. He gains, what, about 10 yards there. And Rudd plays it onto Vanett. Ramped up round the top by John Harrison, and Jonathan Neal can pull it off the tackle round the legs. Des Harrison for Kingston Rovers. Wrapped up by Stuart Evans there, and David Cosgrove. But Zukemmer, Harrison brings him down. Quickly played the ball as Rovers move it blindside. He's turned inside. Thompson onto Chatfield, looking for space. Rovers not frightened of throwing it about. Well, the touch judge is on the far side. Well, something must have spurred these officials into action, and I would imagine it'll be a penalty to Hull Kingston Rovers. Well, the ball wasn't lost or anything, but I mean, you can go and have a go at it, have to play the ball, but the ball wasn't raked from his hands, the Hull Kingston Rovers players' hands, so surely they can't penalise you for that. But obviously they have done so. Wrong again. Hull Kingston Rovers' 12th penalty of the half. A chance for Mike Fletcher to put 4 points between the teams. About 2 minutes of time remaining. 16 points to 14 the score. Fletcher there, strikes it well. It looks like it's coming over to the right. Taken well by Darren O'Brien and waved away by the touch judges. Les Quirk scampering away from the acting half-back position. Only gains about 5 yards. Quickly dispatched to the earth. But Saints there, quite bunched centre field. As Groves get things underway, they line out now. It's onto Jonathan Griffiths, takes it well. Good ball to Divine, onto Rapati. He's got Kevy with him. Kevy's into space, he's up to the halfway line. He comes in field. Tackled there, but a good run from the Saints. They moved it well. Rovers about 5 men offside. Saints are moving it to the left. Loughlin, good ball there. Darren O'Brien in the line. He takes it inside, gives it to John Harrison. No way through for Quirk. He was coming over and covering Quirk. That's the 6th tackle of this sequence. I would imagine the ball will be either spread over to the right or up in the air. It's Cooper, Loughlin, quick hands, Divine, gives the dummy. Saints on the charge, it's the 6th tackle now. It's on to Kevin, can he squeeze in? Held right at the Kingston Rovers line. Well, we've played 40 minutes. We're just into time added on for stoppages. It's at the right end of the field as far as Saints are concerned. And they'll have to contain Kingston Rovers. Solid tackling on the far side. Saints elected to run it down. It nearly paid off with a try for Kevin. An injured player on the far side for Kingston Rovers. There's a couple of them there just getting up a little slowly at the play of the ball. Well, there's the half-time hooter. An entertaining first half of rugby here at New Craven Park. But at half-time, it's all Kingston Rovers that go in, leading by 16 points to 14. Saints 14 points coming from a Let's Quirk try, a Jonathan Griffiths try, and 3 Paul Loughlin goals. So we look forward to the second half. Hope it's as entertaining as the first. For this second half, as I said, if it proves to be as exciting as the first, we're in for a good match. There's no danger. Paul Loughlin bangs it over into this far right-hand corner. Fletcher comes up with possession. Chatfield up dummy half, the scrum half. Visits inside, Des Harrison. And Saints tackling, they'll have to tighten up a bit, I feel. Perhaps on a couple of occasions just let us down. And we can't afford to go points behind. Saints have got to come in and get first points on the board in the second half. A phenomenal penalty count, as I said, for the first half. 12 to Kingston Rovers, just 5 to the Saints. And Rovers second the scrums by 4 to 2. Kick downfield, back to Mike Fletcher. Darren O'Brien has to come across, but no problem for him. Quite boggy there in the centre 50 yards, like. Both the 25-yard areas, but, well, they must be penalised, surely. Sodji coming up with the ball. As the man was already on the ground, the tackle was completed. And Sodji there coming up with the ball. Taking it off Darren O'Brien. Excuse me. Touch found 10 yards from the halfway line. And Stuart Evans powering it up. Looking to release there, but 3 Kingston Rovers tacklers, and Evans thought twice about it as Groves moves it to Divine on the opposite diagonal to Jonathan Neal, head down and drives into the defence. And Saints again, Groves brings it blindside. Cooper, John Harrison into Cooper again. Saints keep it moving. Groves getting the dummy, sees the gap, drives through it, looking for support. Support on his left, but solid tackling from Rovers. Good plan ploy by the Saints. Divine there, inside ball. Saints charging through. Well, just a hint forward. That I would say would have been all right if referee Morris hadn't seen it. David Cosgrove making sharp progress there, moving up quickly, and then the ball fed on. But just a hint forward. First scrum of the second half. Chatfield to feed. All Kingston Rovers possession, but Saints penalised for offside at the scrum. So Mike Fletcher positions it again. As I'd say, they're still struggling with injuries. We've still got Kevin Ward out with a broken thumb. Mark Bailey had a broken finger, but he's on the subs bench today. Roy Haggerty and Bernard Dwyer out. Gary Connolly with a hamstring. Paul Farber, who's up here on the commentary team for the aerospace video this afternoon. He's out with a broken ankle. Paul Bishop with knee ligaments. Alan Hunt's drafted into the under-21s with the injury to Gary Connolly, who's out with a hamstring injury. And it goes on, doesn't it? Beaver's out with a heavily bruised shin. So Saints, they're doing well, they're playing well, even though they've got a lot of changes in the team. Zuchammer, inside ball, the Hull Kingston Rovers keep it moving. It was up to Chris Rudd, backing up, but this man Emma is punching holes in this Saints defence. It's well past to Vannet. Saints being stretched there. It was Paul Fletcher, the passed it to Vannet, but it's the Rovers on the roll now. Watson, Dave Watson looking for space, threading his way through, looking to feed it back. Sixth and final tackle now. Rovers are elect to run it, chipped it through. Well, it was stopped by Jonathan Griffiths, I think it was. It stopped, has come off with the headband on. But it finally went through, and it was Darren O'Brien that picked it up. Just threw me out there with the headband there, Jonathan Griffiths. But it's Big John Harrison scampering away from acting out well. It's touch Shudges on the far side. Didn't look anything in that tackle at all. But we'll just have to see. Well, he's pointing Hull KR way, so we'd imagine there'll be a penalty to the Saints. Didn't look anything in the tackle at all, but obviously the touch judge on the far side, a better view than I have. Well, a stiff arm tackle is signified. And Saints with the second penalty up the second half after just 5 minutes play. Touch found about 5 yards short of the halfway line. Paul Groves up to Jonathan Neal. Running strong, 15-yard burst from this Cumbrian forward. Runners again. Stuart Evans coming in. But solid tackling from Kingston Rovers. Devine, Cooper, good ball to Loughlin. Into space, Loughlin takes them on. Looking inside, Les Quirk had come inside, but Loughlin couldn't release. Saints moving up, spreading the ball, let the ball do the work, and that's going to pay dividends as Harrison drives for the gap. 20 yards short of the Rovers line. Groves at dummy half. Devine along the line. Cooper inside to Loughlin. Jonathan Neal, centre field. Saints not gaining any forward movement there at all. Cooper taking up the running. Lofted ball. Taken by Tirapati. Chips it through. Well, it's come via Brimmer Kevy, I think. That's the sixth tackle. Well, I can't understand the man's reasoning there. Hull Kingston Rovers in possession, and yet he ruled 6 tackles again. But he's the man in charge, and that's just it, isn't it? Chatfield on to Zuchammer. This man's got to be taken care of. 2 and 3 men in the tackle, they've got to bang him down. He's proved quite lethal early on. But Paul Groves, tireless worker in the Saints side. Stuart Evans, another tireless worker, moving in and closing him down as Rovers bring it blindside. Good ball, creates the space. Fletcher, Paul Fletcher inside to Vannet, on to Watson, but he's clamped by Cooper. But Rovers bring the ball up 40 yards. And it's Shane Cooper that's penalised for holding the man down in the tackle, holding Watson down when he wanted to quick play the ball. But Saints just caught on the hop there. Rovers bringing it blindside, and a precision pass to Paul Fletcher. They heard down this touchline, turned it inside. Watson in the thick of it again, but he was held down in the tackle, penalised by referee Morris. And a superb kick there brings Rovers within 15 yards of the Saints try line. Vannet coming hard and strong. Groves brings him down. It's quickly wrapped up. Tackling's going to be the name of the game now, and Saints can't afford for Rovers to go further in front. Second row Thompson there, Andy Thompson. Still powering his way, trying to wriggle out of the tackles. Saints behind their own line. Chatfield inside to Emma, but he's well clamped this time. Good tackle from Jonathan Neal. It wasn't John Harrison. Rudd. Well, he's lost. Saints being penalised for going in at the tackle. Thumping in at the tackle. It was Jonathan Neal and Stuart Evans. The referee Holdsworth well positioned at the back. He saw like a forearm smash type of thing going in. He's penalised the Saints. Hull Kingston Rovers, they're one of the 3 promoted sides that came up at the end of last season, together with Rochdale and Oldham. Looks as though Rochdale is certainly for the job. Was Oldham there struggling at the bottom, and Hull Kingston Rovers, well, they're in mid-table, more or less, you can say. The 6th or 7th position, I think, with the Saints in 8th position. Rovers are electing to go for goal. Saints have played 15 this season. They've won 8, lost 7, 16 points. And in 8th position, the Rovers, they've played 17. They've won 8, drawn 2, and they've lost 7 as well. And they're, I think, 6th or 7th position. But Fletcher there extends the lead. The first point of the second half after 9 minutes. It's Mike Fletcher, his trusty boot, through a penalty goal for an alleged thumping in the tackle, and puts Rovers with a 4-point cushion, 18 points to 14 the score. Chatfield bringing the ball up, right on the 25-yard line. Paul Fletcher at dummy half, but Saints moving in quickly, and Rovers knock on. Solid tackling from the Saints, and it's what it's all about. You've got to close the men down, not to play the ball. A chance for a first scrum feed possession for the Saints. Sean Devine. Devine feeds. Saints are penalised. Well, I don't know what sort of an indication that is. It's a differential penalty. Shane Cooper's asking him what it's about. It certainly didn't look anything wrong to me. It was fed in, and Saints are feeling the wrath of referee Morris's whistle this afternoon. That's 4 penalties, 4 penalties against 2 in the second half, and we've only had 10 minutes gone. Just can't understand the man's reasoning at that play, that scrum. But Rovers gain yardage upfield, and it's on to Paul Fletcher. 18 points to 14 the score. Des Harrison straightening up. Chris Rudd, Zook Emma, and Rovers midfield. Saints urged to get back on side by referee Morris. Chris Rudd, Rovers move it to the right. Stand-off Robinson there, saying a long pass out, but Rovers keep it moving. There's Robinson back in possession again. They've lost ground there, they're forced back about 10 yards. And Chris Rudd taking up the acting half-back position. On to Thompson, Andy Thompson. Nowhere to go. Given the ball there from Rudd while he was stood still. It's the 6th and final tackle now. It's on to Fletcher. Gives the high ball. Kick and run. And a tester for Darren O'Brien. But Saints are in possession. Darren O'Brien knocks it back. Shane Cooper is it that comes up with possession? No, it was Les Quirk, I beg your pardon. Les Quirk tidying it up, but it's Groves again. And Saints looking to get out of their own 25, and Rovers hoping to hold them down there for the remainder of these 6 tackles. Jonathan Neal breaks out of one. He drives upfield, but Saints will have to spread this ball out. Evans finally brought to earth. Referee's hand up for the 6th tackle. Saints are running it. Cooper chips it through. Gathers the ball. Feeds it inside. Saints keep it going. Good hands there, and Loughlin on the charge. Looking for support. He releases it, but unfortunately it went to ground, and Hull KR came up with possession. And it's OKR on the charge now. Paul Fletcher, centre field. Unlucky there, the Saints. They're looking to spread it. Loughlin with an overlap on his right. But Zuckerman again. Charging for the corner. Emma on his own. Darren O'Brien brings him down. Super tackle from O'Brien. Watson at dummy half. Back past the Chatfield. The ball's knocked forward there. Vanett coming through. But Enterprise in play from Hull Kingston Rovers. They're moving it well. Saints were moving it well. On the sixth tackle, Loughlin couldn't pass it out. It was snapped up. Zuckerman again taking up the running. Watson also involved in that movement, and the ball to Vanett being knocked forward. So Devine to feed, and let's see, well, he's happy with that, and there was no wrong with that, was there? Saints moving it crossfield. Jonathan Griffiths. There's Cooper taking up the running again now. Cooper, the playmaker. It's on to Les Quirk. He was coming in field. He thought he saw a gap on the outside. He went back outside, but he was quickly wrapped up. Well, lots of oohs and ahs on the far side, but Devine will have to take the running. Nobody with him. Sean Devine to John Harrison. He straightens up. His support from Jonathan Neal. Paul Groves at acting half-back. Hull Kingston Rovers down to 12 men. A player injured on the far side, and Cooper there. Long pass well to Les Quirk. So it's a Hull Kingston Rovers feed. Solid tackle in centre field. Well, Loughlin and Shane Cooper, and Saints will have to get amongst them. Will have to stand up and be counted. 18 points to 14. The Saints are trailing. A quarter of an hour of the game gone. Des Harrison now for Hull Kingston Rovers. Rudd are acting half-backs. Rovers bring it blindside. It's Watson. Good ball to Vanett. Running on the in the centre position is Vanett. He's lost possession. Saints come up with it. Just outside their own 25, Saints are still in possession. Cooper, Groves, along the line, Devine. Loughlin and Quirk there. Loughlin now. Quirk's with it. Good ball to Quirk. Let's see what he can do. Saints flying wingman. He's up over the 10 yards outside his own, outside the halfway line, I should say. The Saints moving quickly there, but Rovers tidying it up. Jonathan Griffiths, crossfield, looking for a gap, he's into space. He's got support from Rapati. Back to Griffiths now. Kevy on his outside. Oh, he mustn't have known that Kevy was there. He could have possibly squared into the corner, but Rovers there, the spoilers lying on at the play of the ball, and Saints have been awarded a penalty. Saints moving a full, what you can say, about 75 yards upfield. For another substitution being made on the Saints side now. Darren O'Brien being replaced by Mark Bailey. So we'd imagine Paul Loughlin will move to the full-back position now as Saints tap it. David Cosgrove straightens it up, tries to go centre field. Sean Devine at dummy half. Saints on the charge. John Harrison on the diagonal. Look, he's forcing his way over there. He's within 5 yards of the Rovers line. It's essential that Saints score a try and a goal here to put them back in the game. Stuart Evans, I think, just held up short. Groves again. Saints lying deep. Onto Devine. Cooper. Good ball there to Loughlin. Well, it's charged down, it's knocked forward. Unlucky there. Loughlin coming through there, and then Saints knocking on. Certainly within scoring distance. It's a scrum down with the Hull Kingston Rovers feed. Chatfield got a feed. And Rovers taking the scrums 2 to 1. Well, they're being penalised there. Referee Morris right on the job. Saints can't get possession. Chatfield now finally back passing it. And a planned move for the Saints. It's Groves, gives the dummy, drives for the line, out to Kevy, he'll have to go in feed. Well, Kevy taken round the head there, looked a little high. Groves again, Jonathan Neal barging his way in. He's only inches short, is Jonathan Neal now. Rovers have to line up on behind their own line. It's Groves at dummy half. Well, surely offside there. Lineman coming through, moving up exceptionally quickly. Saints will have to lie deep. Cooper. Divine, he does well. He evades the tackle there. He sees the gap. Divine, he's going. Yes, he saw the line at his mercy. Jonathan Griffiths, here he had to catch it. It fell over. And a try going up begging for the Saints there. Spade work by Divine, and Griffiths couldn't take it. Rovers, Hull Kingston Rovers in possession, 10 yards outside their own try line. Zuckermer running hard and straight. Saints will have to defend tirelessly now. 19 minutes through this second half, and Saints are back in possession. Surely, yes, Griffiths now. Play allowed to go on. Can he redeem himself? He's strong. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, a superb try from Jonathan Griffiths. So Jonathan Griffiths there going over for his third try of the season, and a superb try it was. The ball was a bit scrappy there just outside the Rovers' 10-yard line, and Griffiths gathered the ball, I would say, what, about 15, 20 yards out, and he threaded his way through the Hull Kingston Rovers defence, touching down just to the right of the sticks. Now we'll let him off for that error he made just a couple of minutes earlier, won't we? And certainly Loughlin will convert this and put Saints back in the lead by 20 points to 18. There he goes, Loughlin, no problem, right between the uprights, and Saints back in the lead. 20 points to 18. His fourth of the afternoon, Jonathan Griffiths, his second try, and there's Des Harrison coming off. Paul Speckman coming on, he's a forward Speckman. Saints in possession, Tira Patty bringing the ball up. Jonathan Griffiths' second try of the afternoon, and a superb one to put Saints back in the lead. Cooper on to Stuart Evans. No doubt Cooper will have these team well marshalled. They're in the lead now. It's a lead they mustn't relinquish. Some hard work from the Saints forwards. And certainly an exciting game. Just 2 points between the sides. And John Harrison driving up to the halfway line, brought down just short. Grove scampering away from acting half-back, but Zuckermer is it that clamps him. Well spotted there. On to Paul Loughlin. Howls it over to Sodji's wing. Not had much touch in the second half of Sodji. Saints penalised there, offside is the indication. In front of the kicker as the ball was kicked by Paul Loughlin and not giving the player the 10 yards that is required. So Fletcher positions it again. He finds touch midway between their own 25 and the halfway line, and it's Rudd. On to Paul Fletcher. Well clamped there by Paul Groves. Stuart Evans round the legs, and Groves clamped him. Andy Thompson. Solid tackling from the Saints, nothing more than we can expect, and they'll have to capitalise on the lead now. But Speckman there running hard and straight, but a good tackling centre field. Jonathan Griffiths and Shane Cooper again. Chatfield looking for runners, but he's stopped, but he gets out of the tackle and moves it over to the left. Referee Morris moves in quickly, 22 minutes of the half gone. So 18 minutes remaining, and 2 points separating the teams. Fletcher chips it through. Sits up for Loughlin. As I said, he's moved to the full-back position. Breaks through 2 tackles. Loughlin's driving forward. Good run from Paul Loughlin there. A full 40-yard run, I would say there. Kevy at dummy half. And Kevy scampering through. Well, head tackle again. Number 4, Paul Fletcher this time. Jonathan Neal running hard. Shane Cooper there providing the ball, and Neal run all day at the opposition with Jonathan Neal. Only a young chap. It's now with David Cosgrove. A product of the Farnworth Ringer Bells club in Widnes. Originally came to Saints as a hooker, played most of his rugby at prop forward. But Jonathan Griffiths again, just stood up by the jersey, but it's Groves onto Harrison. Harrison releases it, unfortunately Saints can't get it. Hull Kingston Rovers come up with possession. So little lapse, loose play from the Saints there, forced to defend. Well, Jonathan Neal there going in for the tackle. Unfortunately the player had ducked and Neal going over the top, he didn't actually connect. And referee Morris has penalised him. He's not doing so bad in the second half. 5 penalties to 4. 24 minutes gone. Fletcher again. Just finds touch there on the Saints 25. 2 points between the sides. Saints lead him 20-18. Vannett's coming in. First receiver. Shoulder charge there. And Jonathan Neal stops him initially. John Harrison in at the tackle as well. Chris Rudd at acting halfback. Saints penalised. And a chance now for Fletcher to level the scores up, or will Rovers elect to run it? Watson has the ball in his hands. Fletcher's going to go for goal, and why not? He's been quite successful this afternoon. Already kicked 5 goals, and certainly within his range, this one here. Level the scores up at 20 points each. They've already had 2 drawn games this season, the Hull Kingston Rovers. And there's Fletcher there, that levels it up again at 20 points each. ...15 minutes remaining, all tied, everything to play for. Jonathan Griffiths there, centre spot, to get us underway. Chatfield takes it, turns it inside to Sodji. Reception committee comes in and bangs him to the earth. Tirapati and Jonathan Neal. Well, Saints penalised again for allegedly not lining up behind each other at the play of the ball. So, as I said before, the Saints certainly feeling the wrath of referee Morris's whistle. Just outside his own 25-yard line, it's Fletcher. Hines touch, 5 yards short of the halfway. Chris Rudd there, just waiting to play the ball. Inside to Zuckerman. Paul Groves has to take him on his own, but Saints should be tackling in numbers. It's Rudd taking up the running. Solid tackling there, Groves and Jonathan Neal. Zuckerman at acting halfback. Moves it infield, Chatfield, Speckman, on to loose forward Lyman. As Rovers moving to the left. Fletcher comes into the line, creates a bit of space, looking for support, passes on to Paul Fletcher. Certainly the pass looked a hint forward. Yes, a forward pass ruled by referee Morris. I thought it did look quite suspect. But play allowed to go on. Well, I thought it was. Saints go up with possession from the scrum. Sean Devine moving cross field. Jonathan Griffiths taking up his position as acting halfback. John Harrison plays the ball. It's now on to Stuart Evans, backs into the defence. Mark Bailey moving up, looking for a pass from Stuart Evans, but he's well clamped. Cooper again, quick hands, Loughlin, yes, Tirapati, Kebby takes it, has to take the title of Sodji and Chris Rudd. But solid defence there from Kingston Rovers. Rapati at dummy half, Cooper, Jonathan Neal. Andy Thompson going in high there on Jonathan Neal. Referee Morris pats his chest, and stamping by Vannet is the... Well, I didn't see anything in that tackle at all, but stamping is signified there by referee Morris. Saints awarded a penalty. And Paul Loughlin, he's going to have a go for goal. Difficult attempt for him. 45 yards out. He's got a good boot on him. Well within his capabilities. And Saints kit man there, Joe Mulcrow, just going on with the mound of sand. He was only saying the other day, Joe doesn't get many mentions. Well, there you are, Joe, there's one for you. He goes on with the mound of sand that is the norm for the kickers now. And Paul Loughlin looking to put Saints back into the lead. 29 minutes of the second half gone. The usual booing and whistling from the opposition won't put Paul Loughlin off. I just hope he has the accuracy with his kick. There he goes, it looks well, it's flying well from here. Just waved away, caught in the in goal area. And Rovers come up. Brimmer Kevy quickly in there at the tackle. Did it well, round the leg, stops the man. Chatfield scampering away. Well, Chatfield kicking up to play the ball. Well, if Saints are going to be penalised for things there. I know he didn't actually make contact, but the intention was there. And it's Rovers bringing the ball across field, virtually back to the spot where it was just played. Watson it was there that time. Rudd takes the ball in field, has to take the tackle. Third tackle of this sequence. And Rovers bring it blindside. Zukemmer running hard. Have to be taken down. It's onto Chatfield. Looking to release. He's taken back. He's released the ball. Cooper comes up with it. Good play from Shane Cooper. Well, Saints nearly caught on the hop there, but Devine comes up at the acting half-back. Cooper played it quickly. There was nobody at home, but Devine moved up exceptionally quickly. Saints have to play it quick hands. Overlap for the Saints, 4-2. Harrison straightening up, driving for the line. Turns it inside now. Loughlin backing up there. But the cover defence from Kingston Rovers, superb. Griffiths now, he's on the run. Can he get his hat-trick? Yes, he can! Oh, yes, he can! Oh, he's just short. Just getting excited there. It touched the whole Kingston Rovers man. So it's going to be a further 6 tackles. Well, surely infringement there. A knock-on is ruled, but surely the man was offside to play the ball. But Jonathan Griffiths, he chipped it through, he touched the Kingston Rovers man, he got the rebound off his fingers, and I thought he was just going to dive over, but he just held short. So it's a scrum down. Devine to feed, 5 yards from the Rovers line. Cooper, Devine, but it's knocked back. It's a knock-on again. Certainly a try-saving knock-on by Steve Haddy there on the far side. As Devine and Cooper, it was just going up to Les Quirk, it would have been a walk-in, and it was knocked down by Haddy. Well, feeding is the indication there by referee Morris. That's all Kingston Rovers' 19th penalty of the game. 7 in this second half. He certainly penalised us out of the game. There's no danger about that. Mike Fletcher finds touch midway between his own 25 and the halfway line. The score's all tied, 20 points each. 8 minutes of the game remaining. So the next score could prove crucial. I just hope it's the Saints that come up with it. Rovers keep it moving. Paul Fletcher inside to Andy Thompson. Mark Bailey in at the tackle with Jonathan Neal, and Hill moving it quickly to the right. Watson it is. He's taken down. He's well wrapped up there. Watson and Zukemmer been quite influential in the whole Kingston Rovers movements. Speckman looking for support. Flicks it up there. Rovers spread it quickly. Vannet. Well, an injured player there. The clock is stopped. I didn't know whether he was coming in for the 6th tackle, but the clock is stopped. An injury to a Hull Kingston Rovers player, centre field, just to the right of the centre spot. Well, the touch judge coming on and shouting something to referee Morris. I don't know what is actually going on, but the Hull Kingston Rover player being attended to. Quite a lot of concern about this chap. The other substitute forward, Wayne Jackson, stripping off in the dugout. So Vannet still in possession, and when play restarts, I would imagine it'll be with the Hull Kingston Rovers. Well, obviously the Vannet there is cabbaged about 10 yards, and that's what the touch judge was going on for. Just pointing out to referee Morris. Referee Morris tells him we'll have none of that, and players allowed to restart. The Kingston Rovers players up fit again now. No substitution needed to be made. A grubber kick through. Paul Loughlin juggles with it, but comes up with it. Pushes 2-12, pushes one tackler off, but Chris Rudd just gets him round the ankle. Sean Devine onto John Harrison, he straightens up. Rovers hoping to peg Saints back in their own 25-yard area, but Grove scampers away. Good ball to Cooper, up the touchline now. Cooper gives the dummy out to Tia Rapati. Comes inside as Rapati. Saints coming 40 yards upfield. Kevy, Cooper along the line. Saints will have to spread it. Groves dummies, comes back on himself. He's brought down midway between the Rovers 25 and the halfway line. But Saints doing well, getting out of trouble there. Some good running. It's Evans. Just have to stick hold of it with Stuart Evans. There's the referee's outstretched hand. 6th and final tackle. Cooper gives the dummy, drives up into Mark Bailey. Mark Bailey gets his kick away. Fletcher gathers it, and Saints will have to come up and press on him. Fletcher gives it out to Haddy on the far side. Haddy's brought down, and now it's Saints' turn to put pressure on Kingston Rovers. Keep them up at their own 25-yard area. Hopefully for the remainder of these 6 tackles, but no doubt you'll have about another couple of tackles and the ball will be kicked downfield. Solid tackling there, centre field, Jonathan Griffiths and Paul Groves. Rovers bring it blindside. Quick hands, Zukemmer taken down there and then wrapped up by Stuart Evans. Rovers bringing it blindside. Watson onto Speckman. Speckman knocks on. It's going to be a scrum down right in front of our commentary position here. The score still all tied, 20 points each. As I said, it's 16-14 at half-time. 2 penalty goals from Fletcher in the second half against a Paul Loughlin conversion to a Jonathan Griffiths try. And Saints come up with ball. Mark Bailey. He's still running, his Mark Bailey. Support there from Devine. Onto Rapati. Out to Shane Cooper. Brimmer Kevy now. Kevy put the gas pedal down there. Got past Rudd, but can't get past Sodji. And Saints moving it along, and a try is essential, and the next try could be crucial. Well, the next score could be crucial. 4 minutes remaining, plus a little bit of stoppage time. And Groves moving away. Griffiths takes it well. Still going is Griffiths. Can he get into the corner? And Saints still in possession. It's Les Quirk. Quirk, yes, Quirk's in. Quirk's in for a try. Well, that must be the killer blow to Kingston Rovers this afternoon. What a superb play there from Jonathan Griffiths. He took it 25 yards out. He went to another pair of hands on the far side. It's getting a bit dark out there. I just couldn't make out who it was. But Les Quirk came in field. He took the ball, and he must have had about 3 men on his back, Les Quirk. And he, superb strength, took him over, and he touched down 15 yards to the left of the sticks. Les Quirk, second of the afternoon. That brings his total for the season to 14. And what a try, that'll give the Saints these 2 league points in the Stones Bit of Championship, I feel. 24 points to 20. Loughlin converts it, 26-20. An uphill battle for Kingston Rovers, but surely not beyond their grasp. They've shown how they can come from one end of the field to the other. And that's what they're going to have to do to get a share of the spoils this afternoon. 4 tries, 12 points. 4 tries, 16 points. But Rovers there, they get possession, they've knocked on. Saints come up with it, well, a knock on from Mark Bailey. But a good tactical ploy there from Kingston Rovers. Chipping it short, catching Saints off guard. Watson it is there, coming up with it. He tried to unload it, he couldn't do it. Saints penalised at the scrum again. Well, only the 20th penalty that from referee Morris this afternoon. Differential penalty. Watson taps it, moves over to the right, taking it over to that Steve Haddy wing. Only a try and a goal will put them back on level terms. And the pressing now. Well, a forward pass there, but going unnoticed, and a second one. As Rovers move it quickly. Saints will have to defend tirelessly. Chatfield onto Speckman, solid tackling again. Strong running, Hull Kingston Rovers forwards, driving for the Saints line. Chris Rudd at the dummy half position. Feeds it inside, Watson it is. He's touched down, yes. Well, I said it was within the capabilities, but I didn't think that they'd be able to actually do it. Right at the death there, and Watson comes back. And this is a crucial goal now for Fletcher. But that movement, as it came across field, 2 forward passes involved in it, which went unnoticed by referee Morris. But this is a tester, isn't it, for Mike Fletcher? He's had his kicking boots on this afternoon. He's kicked quite a few from that position. I shouldn't see why he shouldn't kick this one. We're going to be playing in added time now. Time for a stoppage. Fletcher there. Gets it between the uprights. 26 points apiece. For Saints now, Jonathan Griffiths kicks it off. Kingston Rovers come away with it. They're playing in time added on for injury. Good shoulder charge there by Stuart Evans. But certainly the last remaining minutes that we're playing, seconds or whatever it is, will certainly be exciting. Rovers spreading it. Saints tackling have to hold firm. It's Watson again, moving over on the far side. He gets it out to Haddy. Haddy chips it, but a good play there by Loughlin. He came in, he closed it down. Haddy tried to chip Loughlin, but he charged it down. It went into touch on the far side. The final scrum of the match, I think this will be a Hull Kingston Rovers feed. Rovers come up with possession and they're going to spread it quickly. They're looking to get the 2 points. Solid tackling there. Loughlin moving in. And Rovers now spreading it. Chatfield turns it inside to Paul Fletcher. Allison bangs him to the turf. Chatfield at dummy half, just waiting for the final whistle. The tackle count waved clean as I think it was John Harrison had charged at the ball. It's on to Andy Thompson. Over 2 minutes now of stoppage time we've played. It's Speckman. Nobody will be leaving this ground. Well, the ball being wrenched. Well, there's the final hooter. Just going to say the ball being wrenched from the players' hands. But certainly an exciting game. It's Hull Kingston Rovers' third draw of the season. It's the Saints' first. 26 points each is the final score. At half-time, it was 16 points to 14. Then the Rovers stretched ahead with a Fletcher goal, made it 18-14. A superb Griffith try converted by Loughlin. And that brought Saints back in at 20 points to 18. Another Fletcher penalty leveled it up at 20 points apiece. Then only 3 minutes before the final hooter, Les Quirk went over and we thought that was it. It was converted by Loughlin and Saints in the lead at 26-20. But then right at the death, Watson came back with a try, even though in my opinion it had come off at least 2 forward passes in the movement, but he scored into the left of the sticks. Fletcher converted it and that was it. So the final score here at New Craven Park, Saints 26, Hull Kingston Rovers 26. We're away again next week at Oldham. Let's hope you can join us. So on behalf of your Saints video team, thanks, as I said, for joining us, and we'll hope you'll see us next week at Oldham. It's putting the pressure up, 12 minutes of the game gone. The score is still all tied at 2 points each, just 2 penalty goals, 1 from each side. Rudder dummy half, looking to get things underway onto Harrison. Saints raked the ball from his hand and it's Rapati now. Cooper, lofted ball to Loughlin. Loughlin gives the dummy, gives Quirk a bit of space. Can he? Yes, he's in this time, no problem. Quirk's in. Good try from Les Quirk there. Rudd again, back to Chatfield. Oh, interception! Interception, it's Devine on his way inside to Griffiths. But Kingston Rovers got back there. What superb interception from Devine. But Rovers offside there on the far side. Play allowed to go on. Tirapati flicks it inside. Good handling from the Saints, but equally good tackling from Kingston Rovers. Certainly relieved a lot of pressure, that interception by Sean Devine. Just as Hull Kingston Rovers were pressing, it was only 12 yards from the Saints line, and that certainly was a try-saving interception. There's no danger. Jonathan Griffiths on the charge. Good ball to Loughlin. He comes inside. Griffiths is inside. Oh, superb play from the Saints. Griffiths in for the try. Off the Saints line, and Rovers trailing by 12 points to 4. Chatfield looking to scamper through. John Allison completes the tackle after Cosgrove had initially stopped him, but it's Zukemmer again, running hard and straight, unloads it there to the stand-up, Steve Robinson, and he goes over for Hull Kingston Rovers' first try. But a good play from the Rovers backing up, Zukemmer powering his way in there, and as he was being tackled, he released it to Steve Robinson. And it's Sodji, right, Sodji, winding his way through. They can't get this fella down. But it's Kingston Rovers on the charge again. Chris Road turns it back. Well, looks to turn back in field. Road again, Chatfield onto Watson. Good break from Emma. Emma's in, right behind the sticks. A try from Zukemmer there puts Hull Kingston Rovers back in the lead. Tirelessly now. 19 minutes through this second half, but Saints are back in possession. Surely. Yes, Griffiths now. Play allowed to go on. Can he redeem himself? He's strong. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, a superb try from Jonathan Griffiths. So Jonathan Griffiths there going over for his third try of the season. And Saints moving it along, and a try is essential, and the next try could be crucial. Well, the next score could be crucial. 4 minutes remaining, plus a little bit of stoppage time. And Groves moving away. Griffiths takes it well. Still going is Griffiths. Can he get into the corner? The Saints still in possession. It's Les Quirk. Quirk, yes, Quirk's in. Quirk's in for a try. Well, that must be the killer blow to Kingston Rovers this afternoon. What a superb play there from trying a goal will put them back on level terms. And the pressing now. Well, a forward pass there, but going unnoticed, and a second one. As Rovers move it quickly. Saints will have to defend tirelessly. Chatfield onto Speckman, solid tackling again. Strong running, Hull Kingston Rovers forwards, driving for the Saints line. Chris Rudd at the dummy half position. Feeds it inside, Watson it is. He's touched down, yes. Well, I said it was within the capabilities, but I didn't think that they'd be able to actually do it. Right at the death there, and Watson comes back. And this is a crucial goal now for Fletcher.